Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, it's lovely to be back. I haven't been here for a little while. Hello, Namira. Hello, Jamie. Hello, Ishika. I hope I've got that right. Hello, Christine. Hope you're well as well. Hope you're all well. Hope you're all enjoying the weekend and enjoying what's left of the summer. Um, I thought it was going to be cold this morning, and I took my dog out in a jumper, and by the time I came back I was absolutely sweating, so I got that wrong. Hello, Maria. Hello, Avril. Hello, Charlene. Nice to see you again, Charlene. The weather at the moment is warm, but it's getting cloudy, so I'm assuming that at some point it's going to rain. Hello, is it Almi? And hello, Brenda, as well. Lovely to see you. It's raining where you are, is it, Charlene? Well, I think we're going to be in for a lot of that now. Although I have to say, I'm getting ready for that because I bought myself loads of new jumpers and I haven't been able to wear them yet. So, in a way, I'm looking for the cooler weather. Hello, Katie. I can't remember if I said hello to you, Brenda. But anyway, hello to you all. Right, okay. So my name's Claire. If you haven't seen me work before, I'm an evidential medium. I work clairvoyantly, clairaudiently, and clairsentiently. So I see, hear, and feel spirit. Okay. I'll be doing mini readings. So if I get someone from the spirit world, I'll just be giving 3 or 4 pieces of information if I can. And then I will also be pulling cards. If I'm drawn to you, I will pull a card. I might pull 2. And we'll just see how we go. We'll see how we go sort of through the next hour. Rain showers in Scotland. Right. Okay. Hello, Michelle Harris. Lovely to see you. Right. Let me see who I've got in the spirit world. Just bear with me. Okay. I've got a gentleman with me, and I believe that this gentleman is father. Okay. He's father, or he's like a father, but I do really believe that this is father. He's about between 5'10" to 5'11". He's medium build, I would say. He is he looks after himself. I feel he's quite a good looking man. He would always make sure that he was smart. And I want to say with him as well, I want to say he was quite he liked to wear nice clothes. He always liked to look nice. And also as well, what I want to say with this gentleman as well, he's got a real a cheekiness about him. I want to say that he had the gift of the gab. That's what I want to say. He had the gift of the gab. Charlene, you say you can understand this with your dad, and he definitely did. Okay, so would you understand with him that as well, he always liked to look nice? I feel like he was a really quite a good looking man, and yeah, he could charm the legs off a donkey. What was the saying? Charm the hind leg off a donkey. I don't know, something like that. But that's what I feel about him as well. I also want to say about this gentleman that he would always have his fingers in a few pies. So I feel that he was like a master of all trades. Oh, thank you, Cornelia. Yeah, missed you too. Yeah, so Charlene, so would you understand that with him? I feel like he was a bit of I want to say a bit of a wheeler and a bit of a dealer, to be honest. I just feel that he would have had his fingers in a lot of pies. That's what I want to say about him. What else? I also want to say, Charlene, that I feel that your father, he could hold a room. So he was very charismatic, very charismatic. And if he started a conversation, he could hold people's attention. That's what I want to say. That's what I want to say about him. And he was funny as well. He was funny. He was witty, and he had that. He made you feel. He would make you feel as though you were really special. That's what I want to say. As though you were really special. I also want to say with him as well. What are you saying? He seemed to have, I think this was because he was quite charming, but he seemed to be able, he had a charm with the ladies. That's what I want to say. But what I want to say about that was that he was very loyal. He loved his family, but he was so easy to talk to. People were drawn to him. That's what I want to say. They were drawn to him. And he just had that way about him. But I also want to say with him as well that family were really important to him. You know, his main, he would go out and he would work, and it would be for the family. You know, it would be for the family. And I want to say about him as well. I want to say that he was quite a hip dad. And when I say that, I just mean he was, you know, he really did. I keep going over it, but he really did dress well. He really, really did. Okay. Now I've got the names. I've got the name David, I've got the name Brian, and I've got the name George. I don't know if you can take those, Charlene. David, Brian, and George. I also want to give you the month of March, and I want to give you the third week in March for an anniversary or a passing, something like that. Yeah, about the third week in March, I want to say. What else about your dad? Would you, I feel that you would have gone out when your dad wasn't working, and if he was a little bit flush, shall we say, you would go out. That's what I feel with him, that you would all go out for the day, and he would really spoil you as well. I don't know if you can understand that, Charlene. I feel that he would have spoilt you, and I can see you. Right. Okay. Lovely. I can see you. I can see you on a fun fair with him. Whether that's not down the coast or not, I'm not quite sure. I'm not going to say it is, but I can see you on like a fun fair where you'd go on the rides. And I feel that your dad, he would have always gone on them with you. He was like a big child. That's what I want to say. He was also like a big child. He would enjoy everything with you as well. That's what I want to say about that. Okay. He was also someone who made you feel safe. That's what I want to say about him. He would have made you feel safe. And when you were with him, you knew that nothing could hurt you, nothing could scare you, because your dad was there. That's what I want to say about him. And I also feel as well that he was your hero. I feel that he was your hero, and he was also someone that you could talk to about most things if you wanted to. And I feel that you and him would have had a good laugh together as well. I really do feel that. I do feel that he would have liked a drink on occasion. And when I say that, I feel that he would have liked maybe a lager, something like that. Yeah. Okay. Right. I am going to go to the reason why he's come through today. To see you. Okay. Okay. So he's come through to see you today, Charlene. He actually wants to say to you, well done. Okay. He wants to say to you, well done, and how proud he is of you. So I feel with you at the moment that your life is is good. That's what I feel at the moment. But I also feel that you are also progressing in what you are doing. Okay, that's what I feel. And your dad is saying, he's saying, I'm so proud of you because you have worked so very hard to get to where you are now. Okay. And he said, despite those ups and downs that you have had, he's saying that you shine bright. A bit like that song by Rihanna, I've just got it, you shine bright like a diamond. That's what he's saying. And he's saying that you're just progressing and progressing and exceeding your expectations. Okay. And what he wants to say to you, Charlene, is to keep on that path, because that path is the right path for you. Okay. He's saying that there is much, much more to come for you. There's so much more that you've yet still to do. And also, going forward, I think you'll take a slight direction into doing something else. Whether or not you've started already or not, I'm not quite sure. But he's saying that, now is your time. Okay. So just keep on doing what you're doing, Charlene. All right. Now, he's given me a gift to give to you, and I don't know how this is significant to you, but he's given me one of those, like those lollipops that you would get, the sort of like the candy ones, the round ones that you probably get at a fair or somewhere like that. And it's one of those ones with a pattern on it, covered in paper. Yeah. So he just wants to say, he wants to give that to you and give you all his love as well. All right. So thank you for working with me, Charlene. He sounds like a lovely man. A lovely man. Oh, right. I am going to pull a card now, and I am going to pull a card for. Right. I hope I say this name right, but it's just CA. So Car Woodland. Okay, I'm drawn to you, so I'm going to pick a card for you. If you could just sort of say that you've heard me, that would be great. You're welcome, Charlene. You're welcome. Right, let me pick a card and see what I've got. Right, okay, so am I saying your name right, Car, or is it short for something? I just don't want to use that name and it's actually short for something. Anyway, the card that I've got for you is, these are angel cards, by the way, that I'm using. They're not tarot cards, they're angel cards. And this card is called Blessing in Disguise. All right. So I'm going to put it up to the camera. As we all know on here, I'm not very good at that. So I don't know if you can see that. So that is of an angel, and it looks like she's sitting on a cloud, and she's contemplating. All right. Catriona. Oh, right. It's a beautiful name. I've not seen that name before. Lovely. Right. So I'm going to read this card for you, and then we'll take it from there. It's called Blessing in Disguise. What appears to be a problem is actually part of your answered prayer. You'll understand the reasons behind your present situation as everything resolves. Trust in heaven's protection and infinite wisdom to answer your prayer in the best way. Right. Okay. So what is this card saying to me about you? Okay, Catriona, let me see. Would you understand that would you understand that there's been a situation going on around you at the moment which hasn't been the best, is what I want to say. And I want to say that you've been a little bit it's been playing on your mind for quite some time, I feel, and it's been quite draining to you. I don't know if you can understand that or not. Um, but what I want to say about this is that I feel that this situation that you're in at the moment, yes, you understand that, thank you. I feel like this situation that you're in at the moment, um, it's starting to, I want to say, it's starting to unfold. But what I also want to say about it is that I feel that although this has been quite stressful for you, I want to say that it's opened your eyes. So I feel that it's opened your eyes to it's broadened your horizons and opened your eyes to a, to different perspectives, if you can understand that. And what I'm trying to say also as well is that you're coming out of this not as you thought you would, but you're coming out of this in a better place, in a better way. I feel that you've learned a lesson. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? I feel that it has been quite a stressful time for you. And it's taken its toll on you mentally and physically as well. That's what I feel. You do, right? Okay, yes, you can understand that. Okay, but what I want to say is that this has been a learning curve. Okay, this has opened your eyes. All right. This card, Blessing in Disguise, is a very positive card. Okay, so what I want to say to you is that now is the time for you to re-energize yourself, look after yourself, okay, and count the blessings that you have, because I feel that you're better off. That's what I want to say. I feel that you're better off out of this situation, and you didn't think you would be, but you are. Okay, that's what I want to say. You are. All right. So I'm going to leave that with you. I hope that's helped in some way. I really do. Yeah, I just feel that you've learned a lesson, but it's for the best. Okay. Right, let me see. What am I going to do now? I'm going to go back to the spirit world. So just bear with me just while I get a communicator. Okay, so I've got a gentleman with me, okay, and I feel as though this gentleman, he's either father or he's like a father, okay. This gentleman, I feel, is a very upright man. He stands, he holds himself well, so I feel that this man would have been in the services. All right, what services were you in? He just holds himself very well. He really does. I want to say, right, I'm going to go with what they're giving me. I want to say that he would have been in the Navy. I just feel that he would have been tied to the Navy. All right. You say your brother's in the army. I don't feel it's the army, Bernie. The uniform doesn't appear to be the army. I don't want to make it fit. So anyway, and this gentleman, he was a very straight up gentleman. He was probably, I don't say he was overly tall. He was probably about 5'10", 5'11", something like that. And I want to say he'd worked his way up. That's what I want to say about him. I feel he had a good job within the Navy. Who said, Deb, I can take Navy. Right. Can you take this gentleman though? He was always a very smart oh right, yeah. He was straight up and not too tall. What I want to say about him, that he was also quite a stickler for the rules as well, and that's just the army upbringing or the Navy upbringing. Sorry, I keep saying army, the Navy upbringing. But I feel he was a gentleman who would he would never do anything or go in. He would never ask anybody to do anything that he wouldn't do. So I feel that he was quite a hands-on man as well. I feel that he would have had men around him. Can you take that, Deb? Cornelia, you say you can. Your husband was 6'2", was he? Right. Okay. Deb, can you? Also, I want to say, I feel that this gentleman, he would have died of something to do with his heart. I feel it would have been his heart that would have taken him in the end. Right. I do feel that I am. I feel like I'm with you, Deb. So I'm going to work with you. Is this your father? Can you just tell me that? Is it your father, or was it someone like a father? Because I do feel there's that. Yes, heart. Right. Okay. I am with you. Cornelia, please keep listening, but I do feel that I'm with Deb. Okay. So I'm going to work with her. All right. He was very, he was a stickler for things to be a certain way, I feel. Your partner's father, but you were close, I take it, because I feel that connection is quite a close connection. He was a funny man though as well, for all his holding himself really tall, and for all of his, he liked things done in a certain way. He could be a funny man at times. He had quite a lot of stories to tell. That's what I want to say, Deb. And I mean, you would, being in the Navy, you'd have a lot of stories to tell. But I do feel with him that, he could tell a good yarn, and he was always really good. He was always really good at holding an audience as well. That's what I want to say about him. I feel with him, when he was out of work and out of his uniform, he still held himself really proud. He really did. And he ran things at home that he did. He was very organized, I want to say. He liked to organize as well. And he always did things in a very timely manner. That's what I want to say about him. You could never lose that with him at all. He also had, although this is a bit of a contradiction, but although he was, a stickler for doing things a certain way, I feel with him that there was a real soft side to him, and family were really important to him. Making sure that his family were proud of him. And I've got to say that they were really proud of him. Would you understand, Deb? Did he like his garden? Because not only his garden, okay, I feel not only his garden, but I also want to say that he was quite handy as well. And when I say handy, what I mean is he was a bit of a fixer, a fixer upper sort of thing. He was sort of he was really, he liked to tinker. That's what I want to say. He liked to tinker. And I feel that his garden would have been cut with military precision. I'm sure I can see lines on his grass. That's what I want to say. Lines on his grass. All right. And it was so good that you didn't actually want to walk on it because it looked so nice. It was one of those picture perfect gardens, which I quite like. I think they're lovely. His son gardened as well, did he? Yeah. Okay. What else? I also want to say, would you remember him, Deb? Would you remember him? I feel that he was an intelligent man also. I feel he was really quite an intelligent man. And would you understand that he would have liked to have read? And I also feel as well with him that he would have liked to have done a crossword. I can see him with a big paper. Yeah, I can. I just feel he was really good at crosswords. So I don't know if you can understand that or not. Okay. Yes, very intelligent. Lovely. Thank you. I want to give you the name Albert. I want to give you the name Francis. And I also want to give you the name Bruce. Haven't heard that name for a long time. So I think that was Albert, Francis, and Bruce. And I also want to give you the month of October, and I want to give you the second week in October for an anniversary or a passing. Okay, so I don't know if you can understand that as well. Right, okay. I am going to go to the reason why he's come through, Deb, okay? Okay, you'll have a check crosswords. Yeah, if you could, I can just see him doing them. Okay. October is your birthday. Lovely. Right. I'm going to go to the reason why he's come through today. All right, Deb? Okay. Okay. So he has come through today to see you with a bit of strength for you. Okay. And also some healing as well. All right, Deb? So let me see what he has to say. Okay. First of all, he wants to say that he's so grateful, okay, that you were in his life. All right. He said you were a daughter, like a daughter that he never had. Okay. And you brought your own joy into their family. All right. You brought your own joy into their family and you were like family to him. Okay. He wants to say to you that I feel at the moment with you, this is what he's saying, that you are, I feel that you've been quite busy. Okay. You've been quite busy, and I feel that you've been it's been a little bit sort of you don't know which way to turn. You know, it's a bit sort of, oh God, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, I need to do this. And I feel that that's a little bit draining on you at the moment, and I feel that's where the strength is coming in for you. Okay. He's also saying as well that are you thinking about doing something new, or has that been on your mind recently about thinking of doing something new? Because what he's saying to me is that you need to trust your own gut. Sorry, but that's what he said. You need to trust your own gut, Deb, all right? And you need to, if you believe that something is the right thing to do, okay, then you go and do it. And don't let any of this, any outside influences, get in the way of that, okay? Just don't. Because he's saying the path that you're on now is the right one, okay? But you just need to just take a little bit more care of you, okay? And whatever it is that you're thinking about and you're humming and hawing about, because I think that's what it is, he's saying if you want to do it, you do it, okay? So I'm going to leave his love with you, all right? And I'm going to say thank you for working with me. He was a lovely man, very lovely man. Yeah, my uncle was in the Navy. I think he was in the Royal Navy, I think. He went all over the world. So, yeah, I will just say, I can see on here that some people could take parts of that message. If you can take something from that message, then that's great. But you know, I was drawn to Deb and I felt like I was with her, so that's why I'm working with her. All right, you're welcome, Deb. You're most welcome. Lovely. Right, I'm going to pull another card, and I am going to pull a card for Christine. Christine Campbell. Christine, I think you've been on before, haven't you? I'm going to pull a card for you, Christine. I might even do two. Right, let's see what we've got. Right, okay, so I've pulled two cards for you, Christine. All right, so the first card that I've got for you is a card called Daydream. Okay, I've had this card for a while. This card, come on, Claire, get it right. There we go. So this card is of an angel. She looks sort of Persian, I suppose. She's lying in a tent on a rug, contemplating. All right. So let's read what this says. So, Daydream. You will more easily hear and receive our messages if you daydream regularly. Relax and open your mind to receiving without directing your thoughts. Just notice any feelings, visions, or ideas as if you were watching a movie. This is the seat of creativity. Right, Christine. Okay, so would you say, Christine, you're such a daydreamer, are you? Well, that's the right card for you then, really, isn't it? Okay. would you understand, although you're a daydreamer, Christine, would you also understand that sometimes you can get a bit, um, you worry a bit? Would you understand that? I just feel sometimes that you might get yourself tied in a little bit in a few knots, and sometimes that will stop you doing what you want to do. So I think what I'm trying to say is that at times you can get a little bit het up. But what this card is saying is that you really you need to spend, I know you say you're a daydreamer, but you need to spend a little bit more time in that relaxed state. Do you understand that? Yes, you worry at times, right? Okay, so you do understand that. And I feel with you as well, Christine, that sometimes you would worry about, I mean, we worry about things, and to us they're enormous, okay? But I feel that a lot of things will worry you, and sometimes when you get worried, it's like you can't really get off that bus. And it just keeps it just keeps going, and therefore then it sort of escalates, is what I want to say, and it does in all of us. But I just feel with you that you are someone who, you really care, okay? You really care about people, and you care about others. You should care about yourself more as well. um and you worry about things that you may not, that maybe you shouldn't need to worry about, okay? And I feel what you need to be doing is to spend a little more time sort of trying to push those thoughts away. Now I've got another card here that I'm going to show you and read out for you, and we'll see how they tie in together. So with this daydream, I think basically what that's saying is you need to relax a little bit more, okay, and do a little bit more of that daydreaming, and don't worry about other things, because there's some things that are out of your control, and you can't do anything about them. You're always there, and you're there if anybody needs you, and I feel that those around you and those with you know that, okay? So the next card that I've got for you is a card called Entrepreneur. I can't even say the word, Entrepreneur. Okay. So again, here we go. So this is of an angel, and he is sitting on top of a mountain, I think, and he's lighting a fire. All right. So, right. Okay. Okay, so this, read what this says, Christine, but I'm going to jig it about a bit. So it says self-employment suits your disposition and intentions. Working for yourself allows you to better follow your intuition and divine guidance. We are your co-workers and teammates who remain loyally by your side to ensure your success in all ways. Okay. So, what I want to say about that is it does tie in with this bit about, you trying to, not worry so much, try to spend more time, thinking and planning about what you want to do. And it also means as well that they are with you, okay? The angels are with you, and they are working with you, Christine. All right. I just feel with you that you've got so much more to give, okay? But I just feel that you just need to have a little bit more peace and quiet. Does that resonate with you, Christine? Do you understand what I'm saying to you? These two cards are positive cards. They really are. But I just feel there needs to be a little bit more, relaxation around you to be able to bring you out into what you want to do. Whether or not you've been thinking about you want to try something different. And if you do, then, really go for that. Okay. So I hope that's helped, Christine. Let me know. Right. Okay. Let's take a drink. Okay, let me see. Okay. Oh, good. I'm glad, Christine. I'm glad. Right. Who have I got with me? Sorry, they just came in and they popped out. Hang on a minute. Right. Okay. I've got another gentleman with me. All right. And I believe that this gentleman could be grandfather, I want to say. This gentleman, he is, I would say, between 5'7" to 5'11", something like that. This gentleman is medium to well built. He is dressed. He's got trousers, a shirt on, but he's also wearing an overall as well, I want to say. So I feel that this man, he would have worked with machinery, I feel. Not necessarily. I can see him outside, all right? So I feel that this gentleman, I can see fields as well, and I can see a bit. I feel that this gentleman would have been a farmer, or he worked on a farm, because I can see I'm in like sort of I'm in it, and there's like machinery, and then there's like a silo, and I can see a field, I can see a tractor as well. And this gentleman, he's in this blue overall. He's also got rubber. He's also got like is it rubber boots that you would wear whilst working on a farm. And I can see he's got some sort of grease or something on his overalls. So I think he liked to get himself dirty. That's what I wanna say. Right, okay. Bernie, your granddad was 5'8" and worked on a farm. Did he own the farm, Bernie, or did he just work on it? And Ara, you say it sounds like your granddad. Did he own the farm or did he just work on the farm? Oh, and Mish, your dad was a farmer. Can you all understand the description of him? I want to say that he would have passed to the spirit world with I want to say I want to say pancreatitis, but it was issues around that area is what I want to say with him. I feel that he had quite a lot of problems towards the end of his life, but I do feel that he was quite a fit man. Quite a fit man, I want to say. And he always had a grin on his face as well. He always had a grin on his face. And I want to say, you're not sure what he died of, right? Okay, Bernie. And I want to say as well, that bit where you say his knees were up in mud, he loved to get down and dirty. That's what I want to say about him. You know, dirt was nothing for him. Ara, you say yes, issues around his intestines. You passed for that, right? Okay, just let me see if I can get something else. Now this gentleman, he would get on his tractor, because I can see him on a tractor. So he definitely had a tractor. Whether that means he was an arable farmer or whether he wasn't an arable farmer, but he had a tractor, I'm not quite sure. But he had a tractor, and I can see him going up and down those fields ploughing. And I've got to say, he loved it. He was on his own. He was on his own for hours, and but he didn't care, so long as he had a flask and so long as he had some coffee or some tea. Then I feel that he was as happy as Larry. He really was as happy as Larry. Right, I need to place this gentleman. So, right, I feel as though I am with you, Bernie. Okay, so I'm going to work with you. Mish, please keep listening. Ara, please keep listening. But I feel that I'm with you, Bernie. Okay, so would you understand, Bernie, with your grandfather, that you would have spent quite a bit of time with him? I want to say that you would have enjoyed going to see him, because to you, the farm in itself was like a haven. You know, it was sort of, there was so many things that you could do, and it was like an adventure. That's what I want to say. That's the way that he's making me feel. I also feel that he would. Oh, he died before you were born, did he? Oh, maybe I'm wrong then. Maybe I'm wrong. Because I feel with this gentleman, and I hold my hands up if I am, but I feel with this gentleman that you were present. So I don't feel that I am. Right. I don't feel, Bernie, that no, I'm not going to make it fit, Bernie, because I feel that time was spent with him. So that's my fault for getting it wrong who I was going to. I do feel now, okay, and this is true. I do feel, Ara, that I feel that I'm possibly with you, but I want you to clarify that you would have spent time with him, because that's what I feel. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Bernie. You loved going to the farm, right? Okay. Now, I also want to say as well, would you remember, Ara, that although, you know, I want to say that there would have been chickens and eggs, because I can see them. I can see hens running about, and I'm sure that they would have had they would have produced eggs. But I feel that you would have liked that, and that was a little bit of something something fun to do. Okay. I also want to say that would you have gone out with your granddad, Ara? Would you have gone out with him while he was working? Because I feel that he would have got you involved. He would have got you involved with what he was doing, because I feel he was a very hard-working man as well, and there wasn't a lot of time, especially in the summer, that he would have spent in the house. So time spent with you was time spent outside. Yeah, you were out with him. Yeah, I do. I do believe that, and I want to say as well that he would have made you laugh, but he was also really interesting. Um, would your granddad have also had, I want to say, would he have had pigs as well? I want to say pigs, and what else can um I don't know if he had, yeah, I don't know if he had sheep as well, but I can see pigs. I can see a curly tail. So to me that's, but did he have pigs? Um anyway, I'll give that to you. I'll give that to you. And hopefully you can take it. And also with your granddad, I want to say that he was very interactive with you. That's what I want to say. He was very interactive with you. And he was interested in, um, all right, maybe you could ask. He was very interested in what you had to say. And again, he had so many stories to tell you, and you loved them. You know, it was just, it was just fabulous. Would he have had also, um, I'm seeing sort of like a big barn? Would he have had a big barn there as well? And I want to say with the farmhouse, I don't know if you can remember or not, but I feel that in the farmhouse there would have been a really big kitchen. I feel like there would have been it would have been the hub in the kitchen. I feel a lot of talking would have gone on in the kitchen and eating as well. Thank you. Yes, to the big barn. And I feel that your granddad liked his food. I do have to say that your granddad did like his food. Would you remember, would the kitchen have had, would the kitchen have had, I feel like he would have had an open fire. I feel like there would have been an open fire in the lounge, but I also feel like there would have been an open fire in the kitchen as well. I'm going to give you the names, the name George, the name Oscar, and the name, no, I've just got George and Oscar. I also want to give you the month of January. I want to give you the third week in January, okay, for an anniversary or a passing. All right, Ara? And I'm going to go to the reason why he's come through to see you. Okay. Right, he's very pleased to come through and see you. I don't know if you've seen him before. He wants to come through and say to you that the times that were spent with you were magical times. Okay, the times that were spent. He's saying that he also looked forward to seeing you as much as you looked forward to going there. Okay. He wants to say to you that right, what do you want to say? Right, okay. Okay. Would you understand at the moment, Ara, that things are quite hectic, I feel, for you at the moment. I feel there's a lot of rushing around, and there's lots of things that have been going on that need to be dealt with and need to be sorted out. And what your grandfather is saying is that you are the one to do that. Okay, he's saying you are the one that holds everything together. Okay, and he has no worries that you won't keep it all going and keep it all on a level par. I don't know if you can understand that, but that's what he's saying. He's just coming with you. He's just come through. He's not come through with any healing or any upliftment or anything like that, because he's saying that, you know, you have these things under control. All right, you have these things under control. He said, just believe in the power that you have, and believe in your ability to juggle plates, because I feel that that's what you do a lot of the time. It's juggling plates. He said he's so proud of you. He really is proud of you. And it's a pleasure to watch you and your life evolve. He knows to you that family are also very important. Okay. And he, I don't know why he's giving me that. I'll give that to you in a minute. And he just loves the way that you, the outlook that you have on life. You know, he's saying life is what you make it, he said. And he said, you make it great for so many people. All right. So I want to leave his love with you, Ara. And all right, so he's given me a bunch of carrots. Don't ask me why. That's what he gave me to give to you. So I've got a bunch of carrots, and they look like carrots that have come out of the dirt. Not that you've bought in Sainsbury's, but they've got the green bits on the end, and there looks like there's a bit of dirt on them. So I'm going to give that to you. Okay. I'm going to say thank you very much for working with me. He was lovely. I've come to the end of my hour now. So I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you all again soon. Okay. Take care. Thank you. Bye.